In a dry and scorching desert, there lived a small bird, alone amidst the harshness of nature. Her life was filled with suffering and despair. Her fragile body was constantly tormented by illness, causing her feathers to fall off one by one. Unable to fly, she had no permanent shelter and wandered endlessly across the hot sands, without shade, without food, without water. Each day was a struggle for survival, dominated by hunger, exhaustion, and the relentless grip of loneliness. No one was there to comfort or help her, and it seemed as though all hope had vanished from her life. The sky above, though vast, was not meant for her anymore. Her wings were merely remnants of a freedom long lost. The desert had become an invisible prison, slowly draining away her little life. In her despair, she had no idea that a chance encounter was about to transform her destiny, a new beginning of healing through the power of gratitude and faith. One scorching day, as she lay exhausted in the sand, a white pigeon flew by. Seeing the poor bird, the pigeon stopped and asked, "Sister, why do you look so sad?" The weak bird lifted her head, her eyes full of hopelessness, and asked, "Where are you going?" The pigeon replied, "I'm going to heaven." A faint glimmer of hope appeared in the bird's eyes. She folded her hands and pleaded, "Please, ask God for me. When will my suffering end? When will my dark days be over?" Moved by her plea, the pigeon promised to ask. Upon reaching heaven, the pigeon met an angel and shared the little bird's sorrowful story. The angel calmly replied, "God has written 10 more years of suffering in her life. She will find no happiness until then." Saddened, the pigeon asked, "If I tell her that, she will lose all hope. Is there any way to help her?" After thinking for a moment, the angel said, "Tell her this, in every situation, say thank you, God, for everything. This is her true test." The pigeon returned and delivered the message to the little bird. Although she didn't fully understand, she made a vow to follow it, and that decision marked a turning point in her life. Though she did not comprehend the meaning of the message at first, the little bird kept her promise. No matter what happened, she would always say, "Thank you, God, for everything." From that day on, whenever she collapsed onto the burning sand, she whispered, "Thank you, God, for everything." When thirst dried her throat and there was no water to be found, she still said it. Even when her feathers continued to fall due to illness, she didn't complain. She simply repeated the words with unwavering faith. Then, something miraculous began to happen. New, strong feathers slowly grew in place of the weak, fallen ones. One day, while walking quietly through the sand, the sky began to change. Dark clouds gathered, winds rose, and suddenly, rain poured down. In that gentle rain, tiny green shoots began to sprout from the dry ground. A small water pond formed nearby. Her weak body regained strength, her spirit lifted. Before long, she could fly again, soaring freely across the sky she once could only dream of. 10 days later, the white pigeon happened to pass by and was stunned. There, in front of him, was the once fragile bird, now radiant, joyful, and free. The barren desert was now full of life. Astonished by the transformation, the pigeon quickly returned to heaven and asked the angel, eager for an explanation beyond understanding. After witnessing the bird's transformation, the pigeon was amazed. Just 10 days ago, she had been exhausted and hopeless, yet now she flew happily, surrounded by beauty and life. Confused by what had changed, he asked the angel, "Didn't God say she had 10 more years of suffering? How did everything change in just 10 days?" The angel smiled gently and replied, "Yes, her fate was indeed 10 years of sorrow. But she changed her destiny through sincere gratitude." The angel continued, "When a person truly says, 'Thank you, God, for everything in every situation, whether joyful or painful,' they burn away past karma. Pure gratitude is the key to breaking the cycle of suffering." Her test ended early because she passed it with all her heart. That story is not only for the little bird, it holds a valuable lesson for all of us. In life, people often complain when facing challenges, asking, "Why me?" But we forget that gratitude is a healing power. When we are truly thankful, even in our darkest moments, life begins to change for the better. From today, make a promise to yourself, no matter the situation, I will thank God with all my heart. Sometimes, a small shift in attitude is all it takes to create miracles and transform your entire fate. The story of the little bird carries a profound message. Complaining makes life heavier, while gratitude lightens our burdens and changes our destiny. Most of us, when facing difficulties, failures, or loss, tend to complain and ask, "Why me?" or "What did I do wrong?" only to sink deeper into negativity. Yet, in those darkest times, gratitude becomes the light that guides us. Gratitude doesn't mean denying pain, it means accepting it with a peaceful heart. When we say thank you for everything, even in loss, illness, poverty, or disappointment, we open the door for miracles. Sincere gratitude has the power to change the energy around us, ease our suffering, and attract better things into our lives. So today, make a vow to yourself, no matter the circumstance, I will thank God with all my heart. You don't need to wait for life to be perfect to be grateful. Gratitude itself will lead you toward true happiness. Start right now. Whatever you're going through, whisper in your heart, "Thank you for everything." Sometimes, one small phrase, spoken with sincerity, is enough to change your entire life. The story of the little bird is clear proof that transformation does not come from changing our circumstances, but from how we face them. In the darkest moments, one simple phrase, "Thank you, God, for everything," became the key to a new life. No divine intervention was needed. It was her pure heart and unwavering gratitude that turned pain into joy and transformed a barren desert into a field of blessings. Most people wait for happiness to come before feeling grateful. But in truth, it is gratitude that invites happiness in. Complaining doesn't solve problems, it only weighs the heart down. On the other hand, being grateful even during hardship teaches us acceptance, surrender, and inner transformation. Therefore, from this very moment, make a sacred promise, no matter what happens, I will say thank you with all my heart. Let gratitude not just be words on your lips, let it become a way of living, a breath in every moment. Let us all say together, "Thank you, God, for everything," and begin a life filled with peace, purpose, and miracles.